Hello resellers, it is Rebecca the Reseller back with another What Sold video and always a couple of interesting bits, nuggets of information of what goes on with reselling based on some of the sales I have. I always have tips for you, so make sure you stay tuned till the end because you never know when those tips are going to come up. So this is sales from November 3rd through November 9th. Not a ton of sales in terms of the number, but a good week in terms of money value. And that's one of the tips that we'll talk about is, I have been selling these MacDougall dresses because I've been able to get a hookup with a pallet, and then I bought a second pallet. I'm saving for a third pallet. So I have talked about pallets. I have a few videos on pallets. So if you are interested in that, please go ahead and check out Rebecca the Reseller Pallets, and you can find that playlist because it is amazing to get a bunch of items at once and have a lot of stock to deal with, and then keeps you busy for a while, and you can get through it as quickly or as slowly as you would like. I love ordering in bulk like that. Most of my pallets come from Helpsy Source. This one did not, but usually Helpsy Source is my thing for pallets, and you can use my code Rebecca the Reseller for 10% off. I just encourage people, if you're in an apartment, it would be hard. But if you're in a home, a house, residential, a pallet is a beautiful thing if you do it right and if you are really thoughtful about it and make the right calls. And so I just encourage people, if you're scared or on the fence, to just kind of get your big girl pants on, do your research, get some confidence going, and consider it, because it is such a blessing to not have to go out and source all of these items by hand, and some of which I would never find. Like, I would never just find this new with tags MacDougall dress sitting in my thrift store. It just doesn't happen here. So I sold this one for $135. These have been selling anywhere from $100 to $200. I have most of them up for $200 to $250. Most of these dresses are $400 and $500 and $600 dresses. So the customer is getting a kick-ass deal. I had an amazing buy cost on them, so I'm making a huge amount of profit on them. The work is no different than any other item that I photograph, and so it's just fantastic. And this has really taught me a lesson that I kind of already knew, but I want to share it with you because it's like reteaching it to me in a new way. So a while ago, I used to, only sell $10 and $15 items. And then I said, I'm never going to make the kind of money I want to make this way. I need to have some criteria. I need to say I'm only going to put $35 items in my store. No more of this garbage nonsense. Just because I get it cheap doesn't mean I have to sell it. And so I only started selling $35 items. Well, that raised my earnings and ASP significantly because I was doing less work, listing less items because I had to find the higher value items, but I was making more money because all the sales were $20, $25, $30 sales instead of $10 sales. So it really opened my eyes to ASP and having a higher ASP, and that's average sales price. And how could I do that? So then I went from, well, if this works for $35 items, I should do it for $50 items. And that's really where I have settled over the last couple of years and where my channel's really been growing, these last few years. Not my early days, but like in these last few years, I've really talked to you guys about $50 items. This is a great price point. It can be bread and butter brands. It can be J. Crew, but a $50 item from J. Crew, not a $20 item from J. Crew, or Talbot's or Banana Republic or whatever, $50 items. And then you can know that you're going to sell it for anywhere from $20 to $25 to $30 to $35 most of the time. And so then you're out of the $10 sale area. Now you're in the $20 or more sale area because you had it listed for $50. And so that's amazing. And that's been a great sweet spot. And I thought, I don't really need to do higher than that. This is great. This is a good area. But then when I started doing these MacDougall dresses, I'm like, well, I paid more for this dress, but the value is so high on this dress that the price that I'm charging is a value to that customer for it being so inexpensive compared to the retail value. And then based on what I paid, even though I paid higher than any other item I've ever purchased, I'm paying up for these dresses. I am still making a killing in the profit. It's insane. So, I mean, I'm bankrolling these pallets. It's costing me thousands and thousands of dollars, but I'm making thousands and thousands of dollars profit. So, I'm not saying you need to do it that way. I'm saying consider what it means for you when you put items in the store. Is this a $10 sale? Is this a $50 item that's going to be a $25 sale? Is this a $250 list price that's going to be a $100 sale that you bought for $20 or $30 or whatever you bought it for? What can that do for you? How much less work are you doing when you're selling 5 listings to make $500 versus 20 listings to make $500? Think about all of that and consider it, because I'm just really seeing the power of it. I have so few sales this week, but I made such good money this week. So anyway, next up are these super cute little fluffy slippers. So these are a new boutique item I have. I have 4 different kinds of Christmas slippers, and I have them up for $25. They're on my 2 for $30 sale. These sold for $12. It is the season right now. I don't want to sit on these Christmas slippers for an entire year. So I'm trying to kind of take the reasonable offers, even if I'm making less money, because I know that I want to sell them and I do not want to sit on them for an entire year. Next up is the Eileen Fisher pants. These sold for $32. Again, these are size small. Like I said, the bigger sizes do well. I'm left with a lot of smaller sizes, but I've been selling these, a few a week, and they usually do really well. New with Tags McDougal dress. Again, this is another beautiful dress, and this one sold for $150, so you just cannot complain. This item is New with Tags Lily Pulitzer. These are leggings. I sold them for $34. They're size large. Maybe I could have gotten more for them, but I did take this offer. I don't want to sit on it. I paid up for this item from Boutique by the Box, and I don't talk about them that often. They are one of the places that I order from, I would say second most popular. So my most popular place that I order from is Helpsy Source, and I have been getting more and more periodically from Boutique by the Box because they will get different kinds of things. Usually with Helpsy Source, I'm getting the same brands over and over. I'm getting J. Crew, I'm getting Zara, I'm getting Banana Republic, White House Black Market. I'm getting the same kinds of stuff. I'm buying palettes from them. It's pretty predictable. I have gotten random things, like the Prana palette that I did really well with, but then they haven't had it again. I'm like, I keep asking, but they don't have it. So when the Boutique by the Box came with the Lily Pulitzer, I said, okay, that will be good. So I did pay up for these items, but I have many, new with tags, new without tags, more recent Lily Pulitzer. And so I think this was the first one that sold from that box. So this was good. It's profitable. It's great. So I'm barely, I'm happy with that. And that was from Boutique by the Box. And I have that code. I don't remember off the top. I think it's Rebecca the Reseller 5 or Rebecca the Reseller 10. It's in my free reseller resource guide, linked down below. Everybody should get that. Download the free reseller resource guide. It's got all my codes, all my discounts, all my resources for you. Then, since I'm talking, you can do the best value bundle, which is a $20 purchase, and you get everything I've ever created. So you get all 4 of my courses, including my boutique course, and you get the digital downloads that I've created, which there's over 20, includes the keywords list, the sales phrases guide, the measurements forms, like so much good stuff, closet signs that are ready to go that you can put in your closet. So many good downloads. So consider checking that out. This was a fun sale. So I sold this lingerie set. This is part of my boutique, size extra large. Okay, great. Then this manicure set. So I run the holiday shop at my son's school because I'm part of the PTA. I run the Dragon Shop, which is like our little school store. And then I run the holiday shop for Christmas. And so I actually order from my same vendor for boutique stuff for my Poshmark closet. I order all the stuff for holiday shop, all the gifts that these kids are going to buy for their families. And one of them was this manicure set. Well, it did not sell well last year. We have many manicure sets left over. So I listed them in my Poshmark closet as giftable items. They're brand new. It's a really pretty color. It's look, it's like got all the things that you need in there. Like, it's so cute. And so I have it listed here. I have a handful of them at home. And so when they sell on Poshmark, I just pay the PTA back. So it's like consignment from my PTA. But hey, it works out. And like, you know, I sell stuff for a living. That's what I do. And so it's easy for me to run the holiday shop at school. Sometimes, like last year, we sold out of all the jewelry that we had. So I went through my boutique and pulled all the jewelry that I could and dumped it in the holiday shop, and then they just paid me back. So now all these manicure sets that didn't sell, I'm selling them one by one here in my Poshmark closet. So it's a nice balance because I can help them out. They can help me out. They benefit from my volume discount from my vendor. I benefit from making that big order. I get closer to the next volume discount. So it's a nice give and take that I do, you know, and the kids really love shopping and stuff. So, but yeah, if you need a manicure set or a gift or you know, something for a coworker, or you're making a basket, I have them, they're available. And then they will benefit my PTA because I have to pay them back. But yeah, you never know how things work out. This one is a New at Tags McDougal dress, very pretty. This is a size 16, so plus size, you know, formal dress, kind of mother of the bride type of thing, I'm assuming. You know, it's more on the modest side compared to some of these other McDougal dresses that have like the slits and the cutouts and all the stuff. So this one sold for $150. So again, just, you know, a high value sale. You do the same amount of work as a low value sale, but you make way more money. This one, oh my God, I have probably 5, not of this specific one, but large, fluffy, filled with tulle dresses here. Like, it won't even fit in a priority large mailing box. That's how fluffy these friggin' things are. So I'm saving all these random boxes that I'm getting from Amazon or what have you, and I have to store this dress. I can't even put it in my normal like plastic bags and then store it in my IKEA bags at the storage unit. I have to store it in a box, and it's just one dress taking up an entire part on my shelf for this one dress. So all fluffy dresses I want to sell because they take up so much room in my storage unit. I need the box to, like, oh my God, it's crazy. Like, it's worth the money, but they're a headache. This one is a bundle of scarves. It sold really well. It sold for less than my bundle discount, but this was the lady that last week or the week before I said that she bought again. So this was the bought again. And so she bought this scarf. Then she ended up buying the same scarf that she bought at first. And she's like, oh, I realized I just bought the same one again. So she said, can you just throw in a different one? So I just picked out a different one and, you know, surprised her with it, which, you know, she didn't get it yet, but, hopefully she likes what I picked out. I tried to stick with like a more minimalist geometric kind, because that's kind of what the other ones that she picked out were, and I didn't want to go them putting in like this floral, and she's like, I don't really like that. So hopefully I picked out a good one. And then this one has actually been pretty popular. It's like orange with like this stagecoach vibe and like all the ornate, like Baroque kind of, you know. So I've got all the keywords in there. I don't know if nautical really goes with this, but we'll go with it. Antique, gold, Baroque, like there's just so many. And then I have stagecoach, wagon, crest. With boutique items, you really need to keyword it up for sure, because there's no brand to sell the item for you. You have to sell it with keywords. Someone's looking for the style. Somebody's looking for that item, but they don't even know what they're looking for sometimes. And so you need to get all those keywords so you can bring all those people in to look at your item. And then this one sold for $25. She actually had a bundle. This was disappointing. So she had a bundle of this and a red swimsuit cover up, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't have that one anymore. Like, I don't know how sometimes things get relisted, things that don't get taken down. You know, I work with a VA. She does the best she can. I don't always check everything. I'm kind of like lazy. And so I just kind of like, oh, I'll just deal with it later. And so I had to cancel her bundle. She didn't like any of the other swimsuits. I had to substitute one. So she said, okay, I'll just take this one. So I could have sold 2, but I ended up only selling one, and she was going to do the 2 for $50, which I have the sale. So I could have sold $50 for 2. Instead, I said, okay, I'll just honor the $25 price and you can just get the 1. I think this is so cute, and it looks just like the photos. Like, it's a nice cover up. I would probably wear this if I wore cover-ups, but like I usually just throw clothes on. Like, I'm not like that resorty person, but I don't know, maybe I should keep one for myself, because it just, and the pictures make, like, I want to be that girl. I want to be that girl. I want to be, she looks like she's in Indonesia or something, and I just want to be that girl. But I am not that girl. Anyway, so those are all the sales for this week. Again, less sales, not a ton of sales, but good money because of those high value sales. And then not a lot of work because a lot of boutique things were selling. So that is like my happy place. High value items with sell it over and over again for a lower value, but you're doing less work. Boutique items, like that is my happy place. And I encourage you to think about it, whether you're buying palettes, whether you're buying boutique. I encourage you to look at boutique because it's just so freeing to do the work once and sell it over and over again over the course of however long. And like I said, I usually bring in about $500 to $1,000 extra per month from my boutique sales. And it's just such a nice level of sales to add every month without a lot of work. So if you want to check that out, the best value bundle, it's only $20. That's down below. And your free reseller resource guide is down below too. Don't forget to get your free one. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.